First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Shema Shah, by Shema Karkadash, the honor to the apostle and elders, a great millstone, peace and salutation to the brothers doing the work in sincerity and the truth. Therefore, elect the brothers waiting every day, praying for Yahweh Shema Shah to return so we can get out this place. Peace and salutation to you. I want to get into just a lesson, quick lesson again about just putting off that weak nature, man. The time is now, man. We gonna have to get out of our ass. Most I said, hey, what was said to Joe, hey, he the man you met, to gird your loins up, man, because this time is the time is at the essence, this day how about Shema Shai is coming, and you brothers have to see that, hey, that weak nature that want to trim you away for everybody else to fit into this thing. It's got to go. Christian church, we already know what their end gonna be unless people gonna come out of there, man. And I can see a lot of people coming out that way. Niggas coming out of every facet of this world into this thing because there's gonna be people coming in. So gotta give up the weak nature. Gotta get off that slackness, man. That ain't nothing but death. So let's just get into the word. All right. So let's see. Let's go right here. This is let's go to Second Esdras 14 and let's go start at. I must just start at 13. He says, "Now therefore set thine house in order, right? And reprove thy people, comfort such of them which be as in trouble, and renounce corruption, man." Right? You're gonna have to renounce the corruption in our daily life, man. That's why we out there in the highways and byways standing strong. Set your house in order, get everything in order, man, because the Yahweh Shem Shah is coming. But prepare yourself, because it ain't nothing comparable to him, man. In the time that's gonna come, ain't nothing in this world gonna be compared to what's gonna happen. And repute that people. What you think we're gonna do? You can't be out here sitting in your home and playing on your keyboard. You got to get out there in the highways and byways and do this thing, and stay strong and manfully about this thing, man. Strength is only the fear. Fear is only given, should be only to Yahweh Shem Shah. And you guys are being like weak natured. Verse 14. It says, now renounce corruption. Verse 14, it says, "Let go of thy mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature." Put off the fucking world, man. Put off this world that has you worshiping your woman, man. Cause shit, she ain't gonna save you in that day. You gotta save her, man. We gotta save her, man, dude. Because most of these women ain't gonna comply. They gonna want to serve God and Mammon. So you gotta be the orator of this family thing, man. This thing, man. You don't even save your family through the spirit, So the time I'm talking to Israelite men that's really about this, because you got, hey, what I think it was, he said, "When you are weak, I am strong." I think it was Paul. Shit, we gotta be strong, man. We gotta be a body in this thing, man. Put down that bullshit, the corruption, the evil eye, things of that nature. Let's go to verse 15. It says, "And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times." Don't be hasting to. Hey, we want to get away from these times, but you gotta. And you gotta let go of them heavy burdens that you got. Hey, did the scripture say, "Don't let the burden of your sins weigh you down"? Shit, and then it said, "Righteous man falling 7 times." But look, man, you gotta dust yourself off. Fight for the good fight, man. It says, "For yet greater evils than those which thou hast said happen shall be done hereafter," because it's gonna get worse. You guys think you're gonna be all right if you don't say certain things that great millstones say. Hey man, we gonna stand out there manfully. And it's not even something to boast about. We're not boasting. We just doing what is present in our hearts, and through Yahweh Shema Shah. Hey, the mind of us men, man, is that's why you can tell the men of Great Millstone are different. The men that follow the apostles and elders of Great Millstone are very different, man. They're really about bringing this word out, not about the world, not about being known and notable, and known that you are that noticed. You want to be noticed. You guys, that's all the guys that want to be noticed. The Most High pushed them out. You know, they pushed them out because they want to be noticed. And then you got guys that didn't want to be noticed, but just was assholes. They got weak. They fell out. They didn't want to be out there on the weekend or the cold on Saturday. Women wanted to hang out with them. Oh, you know, they wanted to go and do things that and made her happy and not the Most High. So you're supposed to be to the pleasure of the Most High, His will, man. All right. It says verse 17 says, "For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much more than shall evil increase upon them that dwell therein." So it's going. The earth is weaker, and it said evil. Basically, like it said, evil shall be multiplied. You know, and it's being multiplied. The earth has been through the age and pollution and everything else, and niggas is just niggas because they follow the so-called white man and the rest of these heathens. You know, you can get a big black nigga that sounds just like a fucking Edomite or something that's fucking mentally wrong with this nigga, man. You know, soft. For the time is fled away, and at least hand to hand, and now hasten the visions to come which thou hast seen. Then answered I before thee and said, Behold, Lord, I will go and hasten, command me and reprove the people. Don't be scared to reprove them people which are present, but they that shall be born afterwards, who shall admonish them. Yep. Thus the world is set in darkness, and they that dwell therein are without light. Right? Because this motherfucking world is hell, and there ain't no light until you how about Shemel Shah come. But you got certain men that's got that candle on them, man. Certain men that's the Lord sees. You know that hey, in a dark night you can find a candle, man. So you can see the light of a candle in a pitch black. That's the beauty of this thing, man. Right? Let's go to 2 Timothy 2:3. It says, I'm gonna just start at 1. It says, Timothy 2:1. It says, Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace. Right? Let's go to the word strong. It's Greek. Let's go to Greek. Greek number 1743. It says, endumano. It says to be strong, endure with strengthen. Right? To receive strength, be strengthened, increase strength. Here go one of the bad sins, be bold and headstrong. You gotta be strong, man. And strongness is headstrong. Strengthen. Keep your strength. You can't be swayed, man. Like you said, make your face hard against their faces like adamant stone, man. You know? It says, and these things thou hast heard among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men who shall be able to teach others also. So you're going to do this to faithful men. You're going to also be able to teach. And thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh. You know, no man warn and entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier. No man worries. Don't worry. Yaha Salakia. Yam Amai. Right? It says to make a military expedition. You know, so lead soldiers to war. We in a war. We about to get led into that, man. And the battle was spoken of, and commander, do the military duty to be on active service. Be on active service to be a soldier, to fight, right? To fight. You got to be ready and active, ready and willing at in any moment's notice, man. Right? Because when you get into this thing, man, you really got to understand is, hey, it's the only way out is death, man. It says of life that he may be chosen, he may please, like he may be pleased who have chosen him to be a soldier. And that's how about Shimon Shah. So we got to please him, man. All right. And if a man also strive for masteries, yet is he not crowned except he strive lawfully, right? So if you strive lawfully, how about Shema Shah is going to be with you, man? Let's go to the 10th verse. Because Yahweh Shah, he was steadfast, headstrong, and he knew what he had to go through. So you got to understand the sacrifice we had to go through. Death's going to happen to some of us, man. But the Most High is going to always be there with us. You think it's going to mind when you die in the Lord and you could be resurrected, man? This is verse 10. This is, therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Yahweh Shai with the eternal glory. It is faithful saying, for if we be dead with him, we also shall live with them. And if we suffer, we shall also reign with them. And if we deny him, he also will deny us. So if we believe and suffer with Yahweh Shai, we're going to be in that kingdom, man. Shit, and that's the enduring part of this thing, man. No matter what you see and who you see on them highways and byways, on what you hear and what you hear they want to do to us, man. When you hear the King Alpha plan, when you hear certain plans that these Edomites and the rest of the nations want to do, because this thing is what they really don't want Israel to get it, but the Most High is getting them ready, prepared for war, to destroy themselves. You know, and on top of that, that's what he wants to happen. So, you know, you guys are thinking it's a your thing. Let's go to 13. They say, if we believe not, yet abideth faithful, he cannot deny himself. So if we believe not yet, he abideth faithful, he cannot deny himself. Yahweh ain't gonna deny himself. You know, he only gonna go to the ones that believe, that suffered, that knew that this was real, that fought the good fight, that sat there and knew that the time was coming, didn't care how long it was gonna take. Even if they had to come back in incarnations, they were willing to wait, man. He suffered, man. They got rid of who had to get rid of the weak nature. You know, a man for man that was ready to just to end it all. You know, and in the process, may got got scared, but they still strong and had their head up and waiting for the day for Yahweh Shema Shah to return, man. So this ain't some game that most people could just play. That's why it's only certain men that can get it. 1 and 2. Let's go. 2 Timothy 1 and 2. It says, Timothy, our beloved son, grace, mercy, and peace from the Father, Yahweh Shema Shah, our Lord. Let's scratch that. Let's go to verse 3 to 11. 3 and 11. Okay. Let's go to this is 2 Timothy 3 and 10. To verse 9, he said, but they shall proceed no further, for their folly shall be manifested to all men, and there also was. But thou hast fully known my doctrine and manner of life. Because we knew it was reading these scriptures, you understand what's the acquiration. What I'm about to make up a word. What is acquired of a man of the Lord. You know, and the purpose, faith, long suffering, charity, and patience. Patience, man. You know, it says, you know what the Most High's doctrine was. You know, it said persecution and affliction, which came unto me at Antioch. You know, and Iconium at Lystrum, what persecution I endured, but out of them all the Lord delivered me. So out of all that, don't believe you won't be this road ain't gonna be a clean, crisp, straight road, and you ain't gonna have no problems, man. You're gonna go through trauma and drama, man. Sometimes, man, you go in the highways and byways with your family, with people seeing you that you know, with your own self. Shit, that's the biggest problem. You fighting, you warring against your own self and the truth instead of just letting the spirit flow. You doubting, and that's a big bad thing, man. Don't doubt in this thing. It says, verse 12 says, yeah, and all that will live godly in Yahweh shall suffer persecution. That's a definite thing. Because right now they call them men of Great Millstone that we were not homosexual. We're that's not it. Pedophiles and rapists. The Most High is gonna destroy you niggas, man. Just made up a lie, not and not abiding in the words of the Most High. When you know what the prophecy is or what was said in the scriptures, it's actually been said multitudes of times. But you guys are only thing you could deal with. The only reason these guys out here are saying and spreading lies is because they know when it comes down to the scripture and the men of Great Millstone and the guys that follow the apostles and elders of Great Millstone are more keenly sharp with these scriptures, man, and they can't debate them. And it's like wherever they come from, they still can't debate that the men of Great Millstone have a better understanding of the word and basically the 100% truth and ready to defend the gospel at any means, man. Right. So let's go to Ephesians. Famous one, 6 and 11. Let's go 6 and 11. Ephesians, that's Galatians. Ephesians 6 and 11. Ephesians chapter 6 and 11. Let's go verse 10. It says, finally, my brothers, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Be strong in the power of his might. You know what he did to Jericho. You know what he did to all these heathen. You know what he did in Egypt. You know what he did. You know what he did. All the nations he crushed before us, man. When he sent Joshua and Caleb and spy out, and then we came in, man, and feared, and all the world feared. You got to realize the whole world knows about us, man, and they fear us. That's why they try to put shit in front of us, stumbling blocks. So if we had one mind, like in the scriptures of Daniel was said, hey, we all turn to face Jerusalem. Hey, the Most High basically will return, But all Israel got to do that, man. But it ain't in turn give supplications to the Lord. Hey, we be right there in the kingdom, man. But listen, the Most High, no, his thing is gonna play out no matter what, because hey, all Israel don't know they Israel. You can tell every day. The Christian church is talking about prosperity doctrine. They not being prepared for the impending doom to come, So let's continue. Verse 11, it says, put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shem Shai, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Yeah, you got to put on armor, man. Armor is to protect you from any hits and strikes. It might hit you and it might move you, but if you not phased, you get back because all these wicked darts being shot. It says, you got to withstand the wiles of the devil. Let's get the word wiles. Okay. Cunning and the craft. Methodia. Right? The cunning arts, tricks, craft, trickery. Talking about the witchcraft you see. The foolish say you got idiots believing Edomites that say we not Israelites. Man, that's weak. Put on your armor, man. Deflect that. If you heard something like that, Let it be. And you know why? A lot of some of these are tears. That's why they believe them. And some of them would just drink regular J. So like, yeah, wow, we're the wiles of the devil, you know, just cunning tricks, man. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, no. We fight these demons, man. We fight the spiritual wicked, spiritual and the physical Satan, man, on this earth, which is so-called white men and the rest of the nations, and the blood, but against the principalities and against powers and against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places, you know, against spiritual wickedness in high places, man. You know, so you know that's what we battling against. We battling against spiritual demon, Satan, and everything else, right? And the rest of these nations and our people, man. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh Shema Shah, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, that having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel. And man, just be suited up, because the devil coming. That's why you're gonna have to suffer, man. You're gonna have to be thick-skinned in this thing. When niggas come up to you, or they put on your comment board, shit, I don't even look at that. It says, above all, take the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Right? So everything that come at you, you can take it. You know, all the accusations, the lies that they put, the slanderous things. We continue in this work. The men don't even fall off. That's all through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai protecting us, man. He's still protecting us. Right? He ain't falling from them guys who's coming on the comment boards, or they're making videos and had little funny parodies about great build men, the great build stuff, man. We still moving, trucking, and that's through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, the men of the Lord, man. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High, praying always that with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. Well, you know, and let's read verse 19. And for me, that utterance may be given unto me, that I may open my mouth boldly and make known the mystery of the gospel. So we're going to make mystery of this. We're going to make no time for the rest of this world. We're going to keep moving and endure to the end, man. No, I got a lot, well, not enough scriptures, you know, but it's still, the world's going to not see, they ain't going to understand. Let me bring that what the Most High set forth in these men. You had to get rid of that weak nature and stand strong, put in that whole armor of Yahweh Shema Shah. Get rid of that weak nature that we have. You know, we're going to go in and out, but still endure to the end, because no matter what, you fall, got to get back up. You know, so with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Shema Shah, Ba'ashem Kadash, peace, salutation, and shalom.